So Mark, tell me, how would you describe your YouTube videos?
All right, well, I think I am primarily known for my how to draw videos, in which I point the camera at the page and you see my hand drawing something, and I'm talking about what I'm drawing, the choices I'm making, why I'm putting this line here and that line there as I do the drawing. I think when I came along, there weren't very many people doing this. They tended to do these all time-lapse videos with no explanation and maybe just some 9-inch nails in the background, you know. And the kids were like, okay, this is a lot of fun, but how are you doing that? It's like I can't understand, you know, I'm not learning the process. So I think that was how I kind of made my name there, as I was one of the first guys to actually talk you through it.
What made you post on YouTube to begin with?
You know, it's kind of a funny story as to why I first put a video on YouTube. First of all, I didn't realize that I had a video camera in the house. My son, who was like 7 years old at the time, took our digital photo camera and turned the knob to the video setting and started doing a videotape of his baby sister. And I was like, hey, whoa, let me see this. Whoa, what's going on here? We can do videos? And of course he had been into YouTube, my son, at that time, and I thought, well, that means I can do a YouTube video. And I had Mickey Falls coming out, and I was like, well, this could be a way of me getting the word out about this series, because anyone who's an author, they'll tell you, you know, you got to have some publicity, or else your book will very quietly go into the bookstores, no one knows it's there, and it may just completely fail. Well, I had put a lot of work into this series. It was 670 pages of work, and I can't have this project fail. So I started using YouTube at the beginning as a way of getting the word out about my books. And the very early videos, it was all kind of behind the scenes. Hey, this is my new series, Mickey Falls, and here's some of the drawings that I did. Now, somewhere around the 4th or 5th video, I decided, how about if I show a video while I'm working on Mickey Falls? And so I sort of like propped up the camera while I was drawing, and I was talking a little bit about the whole process. Okay, well, I thought I'd try something a little different here and do a live drawing demonstration as I work on one of the pages, one of the final pages for Mickey Falls. This is a page from Autumn, and boy, the views on that one took off. But I noticed, boy, the people really liked that one of where I was drawing. And that's how it started. And I said, well, that's the kind of video I want to do. And little by little, the sort of hyping of my books started to trail off, and it became more and more like a real educational drawing video, and not just me trying to say, hey, everybody, you know, check out my book.
When did you realize you were getting big on YouTube?
Yeah, well, you know, it was kind of a gradual thing. You know how it is as someone who has made these videos. You begin, you get 20 views, 30 views, you're excited if you get 100 views, right? But I reached a point where I was getting 1,000 views or 5,000 views and was starting to build towards something more substantial. One of those times, though, YouTube, and this was back in the day when they would have just one column of featured videos. Do you remember those times on the home page? Those days are long gone now, but at that time, if you got a feature, that was like gold. I mean, because they would really, people would start watching that video, because there was nothing else in that top slot for the next 3 or 4 hours, 5 hours, something like that. And you would get a lot of views. And so they picked one of my videos, I think it was the cross-hatching video, how to inking tutorial, cross-hatching, something like that. Got like 700,000 views by the time it finally plateaued, you know. And I was like, whoa, to me, that was mind-blowing, because that really rocketed me into this higher level that I had never been at before. And once I had that and the sort of subscribers that flowed in as a result of that, I was able to start building towards my first, you know, million-view video and beyond that.
Which of your videos is your biggest?
Well, out of all of my videos, I would have said earlier on that it was how to draw manga eyes 4 different ways. For the longest time, that was my top viewed video. In fact, I have a sheet of paper here. This is not from that actual video, but it's from a similar follow-up video that I did later that's on boys eyes. For some reason this one never got quite as much views as that 4 ways to draw manga eyes. And that was the biggest video for quite a long time until recently, and that was when this how to draw a realistic eye, that video became my #1 most viewed video. I know it's more than 4 million views. It may even be coming up on 5 million. Yeah, that's the champion for now.
Now, out of all your videos, which one is your favorite?
That is a tough question. Now, I gotta say, I will always have a sentimental attachment to my 100 ways to draw a manga eye. Boy, did I work on that thing, man. Oh, and you can see me in the middle of the video like, oh, maybe I should just do 73 ways or something like that. It took so long to do that thing. And just in the editing, I mean, you know how that is. It took a long time, you know. And that was maybe the first one where I challenged myself to take my GarageBand skills to a higher level. I had to do 10 minutes of music. Self-created that would not get boring. It's hard to make a tune last for 10 minutes. So I think maybe that will remain until further notice my favorite video, or the one I'm most proud of, because it did take a lot of work. And I'm pleased in a way that I'm able to do both the music and the drawing. I never saw myself being a guy making fake GarageBand music, but people respond to it, so it's been nice to see that.
Yeah, you basically have to be a jack of all trades.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. It's not enough for you to be good at one thing. You got to be good at all these things and good at editing videos on top of it.
Now, I'm sure you get like tons of questions, you know, from all your fans and everything. Which question are you asked the most?
Well, boy, on YouTube, definitely I think it's the what pencil is that? That question, I just get it every time. What pencil are you using? And everyone knows who's been watching my videos, it's the black Prismacolor colored pencil. But yeah, that one gets asked a lot, and I do try to answer periodically, but I like for kids to keep in mind that, you know, the type of drawing tools that you use are not necessarily the thing you should be worrying about the most. You really should be focusing on your skills, your practicing, working at your, you know, what you can see with your eye, seeing the difference between a line that's in the right place and a line that's in the wrong place. That's where the real skill level lies. It's not so much in, oh, if I go to the store and I spend a lot of money and buy this tool and this paper, then I'm going to get a great result. As far as tools go, I just say make sure that you are not fighting with your own materials. If you have a pen or a pencil that is going onto the page in a way that aggravates you, that is going to result in a poor drawing because you're struggling. Maybe the pencil lead is too hard and you're getting this very light line. Maybe it's too soft and you feel like you're drawing with a mascara stick or something. It's just never giving you a fine point. You find that point that feels natural to you and work with those tools. Don't let somebody like me tell you, oh, buy this and this and this, because those things might not work for you. You got to find the thing that feels best in your own hand.
What advice would you give any up-and-coming artist who wants to, you know, be a, a manga artist or a comic book artist? You know, anybody who's in high school right now or college or just want to break into the industry, what's your advice to them?
Well, here's my thing, and this will sound a little bit funny coming from a guy who just finished a How to Draw Manga book. If you can find good How to Draw Manga books that work for you, yes, by all means, use those things. But make sure that you are learning from real, authentic, published manga. Go straight to the source. If you are looking at an actual copy of Death Note and you are drawing studies of those illustrations, you're learning the real thing. Not every How to Draw Manga book, especially the ones that are by Americans, and I'm an American myself, not all of them are all that authentic looking, and so you got to be real picky about which one of those books you buy and use. They may be teaching you to draw in a way that is not authentic manga. So I would say go to the source, go to the actual published books, study them, copy them. Don't trace them. Tracing doesn't teach you anything. But you can do a copy of something, and as you do more and more of these copies, you are unlocking the secrets of how they did that drawing. And then you can apply those skills to your own 100% original drawings later on.
To check out part 3 of the interview, click here.